Evening, everybody. Pub's open.
Hello.
It's who's first? I see John's first.
Yes.
What you having, John?
Good evening.
Is that the Double Jack Daniels and Tia Maria? No ice? Got it for you, mate. No worries. Sticks is on his vegetarian cocktail tonight.
In other words, cider.
Yeah. Andy May says he'll have anything as long as it's not in a can. And Ketten says
we don't do cans.
He'll have a double iron brew.
Yeah.
With a shot of whatever. So there we go. Welcome to the pub.
Apologies first. There's no prawn crackers, so yeah, you can. Yeah.
Hi, Mike from Minsk. How you doing, mate?
Hi, Mike.
Excuse me whilst I just pour myself out a Thatcher's Zero.
I've already put now. Before you think I drank all that, no, that is what I've poured out into my glass. Yeah. I'm just showing like a third of a pint of cider. Thank you.
So no alcohol for Mickey. No alcohol for Kaz.
No.
Yeah, we're being good. I'm preparing myself. Give the old kidney and the liver a chance to recover after Christmas and get ready for the summer.
The boiled fruit bat is here, but he's
cheers, everybody.
Yes, bottoms upwards.
So I will say to you, for any of you that don't know, a regular brother of ours, Stealth.
Edith Simon.
Stealthcarcamper, you know him from YouTube. Absolutely stunning guy. Went down to see him recently. Unfortunately, suffered a heart attack. He's in hospital at the moment. He's, as we can say, as he's in the best place and he's as okay as he can be. He's possibly going to have a pacemaker fitted.
Yeah.
So tonight really is.
He's hoping to join us. He messaged us on Friday morning to let us know that he hadn't felt well after his last camp, and his daughter said to him, "Look, come on, Dad, you got to go to the hospital, get it checked out." And he did, and yes.
So hopefully all is going well. If he's able to and he feels up to it, because obviously he's probably going to be feeling pretty grotty, he might try and join us on the live tonight. So keep your eyes open. If you see Stealth's moniker up there, give him a big
He did say he was going to try, but he said the nurses have been a pain because obviously he's had a stent fitted straight away, and his machine keeps going red, so of course the nurses are rushing in to see what's happening, and he said they're driving him nuts, and his food is rubbish. He said
he's not having the best time.
No, so he's had
but it's another one of those prepper survivalist stories. So Stealth, like nearly everybody on here, I would say everybody on here, he's very well aware of risk conditions, and you adapt to and make sense to it. But Stealth is a fella. He's a bloke. So a little bit of pain in the chest. Nah, don't worry about it. I'll get up and push on.
You better double hard.
His daughter, he's brought up the right way, who also enjoys a bit of wild camping and so on. Pretty much went, "No, Dad, you are going to hospital." And he thought, "I'm going to go down A&E. They're going to have a listen. They'll take some bloods. They'll do some tests. They'll go, no, go home. It's just a bit of a reflux or something." And they didn't. They rushed him straight in. And that evening he had a stent fitted. So there's the learning curve. There are such things as what they call silent heart attacks. So it can be things are going wrong and you actually don't get a lot of symptoms. It is tough, and it is very tough for his loved ones. So hopefully, if they're
he was hoping to do a camp this weekend as well. He's not happy that he can't.
Yeah, or if they get to catch up on this, or even Stealth watches this on catch up, just want him to know how much he's loved, missed, and how we've all got our hands together for him.
I actually said to get we've been messaging backwards and forwards over the weekend and that, and. I said to him, "So you can have a go at doing a stealth camp in the hospital." I said you could go and have a stealth camp in a hospital cupboard with a thermometer, a blanket, and one of the bed pans. And he goes, "I can't get 3 foot away from these wires." I said, "Oh, so you turn into a puppet."
So if we do see from Stealth tonight, he's probably underneath the bed.
I'm good, thank you.
Throw the blankets out, rigged up a tarp shelter, and
he dared to show me him eating a Ginster's pasty. A pie, and he goes, "Is this okay with Mick?" And Mick said, "Yeah, I'll let you off. It's few." He thought he was going to get banned for life.
No, I wouldn't ban him in that condition for that.
Yeah, it's St David's Day too.
Yeah, it is. It is St David's Day
thanks,
today.
Simon, have you?
I slapped up a short this morning, wishing well to all those people in Wales, and it's their national day.
Yep.
Their patron saint's day, I should say, St David.
Yeah.
Yes. I was tempted when I did the short. I was going to have Men of Harlot playing in the background, because, and I don't wish this in any disrespect, your national anthem, I can't sing along to. I've tried. I can't pick up Welsh, okay? But I do know the words to Men of Harlot. Yeah. So at the end of the day, and then I thought, well, you're pushing it a bit too much. So you just got to, from me.
So you're gonna say hello to people. Willow Spencer, he's bald.
Yes, meet the new dog.
The new dog. He's bald and half the size of Willow.
Willow too. He's gone from being a grumpy little git who looked ancient, and shaggy and smelly, to being this
getting a bit like
spring chicken of a thing that wants to charge round.
He was starting to smell like an old pond, wasn't he? Yeah.
Was.
But he's Stealth does say that if the nurses stop him from watching or joining in with the live tonight, he was going to take Willow on them.
Bless him. Well, if you are watching Stealth, even if you're just listening, you can't actually say anything. Hello, mate. Get well soon.
You just want to be a cyborg.
Cyborg.
Yeah.
Oh, bling, Star Trek. I get you now. Cyborg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you said sideboard earlier on.
Hi, Hartwell, Alaska. Why would it be a sideboard?
Why are you calling him a cupboard? Hi, Hartwell, Alaska. Yep. So
he's at work listening to the show.
Excellent, mate. Don't work too hard. You know the secret. And if anybody comes in and says anything, tell them, Mickey from England, top secret, can't discuss it. Yeah, he'd have to come over and.
Gary said, did the dog groomer do your hair the same as yours? It's not quite that bad.
Custom job, this.
Yeah.
And it's the 1st of March. So, first day of spring. So, what has Mickey done today? Mickey has done what he likes to call the 190. The 190 means that the clipper starts at the top and she works her way right to the bottom, right? Certain gradings in certain area because ratchets can be a little bit itchy and uncomfortable. But yes, the winter coat has gone.
Yeah, spring has sprung.
Right, apart from a little triangle on my chest to keep my masculinity, Kaz got this still out, fired it up, and gone through about 4 foot of nylon, but she's managed to clear the back.
Yeah, and I shall be on Facebook Market looking for a new bushwhacker later.
Yeah. No nesting animals were harmed or disturbed at the time. And of course, I've got the clip now, 1st of March. If I leave it another 2 weeks, nesting birds will settle in, and that's me done for the whole of spring. And
it also means that when his hair does start growing back, it would be like Velcro. So no amount of wind will blow the hat or the woolly off the head.
Yeah. So of course, so what's the survival topic tonight? Survival topic tonight is really. It's about looking after yourselves.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard. There's Stealth. He's in hospital. He had a heart attack Friday. So, he was in there from Friday. So,
yeah, I am. Yeah, unfortunately,
not quite a Brazilian.
Good evening, mates. Hi, Ian. So basically, trimmed and that's it. First day of spring.
Hi, Ian.
So.
Yeah, Mike from Minsk was saying that spring has finally arrived in Belarus, and we've noticed ladybirds. I saw a butterfly on the window the other day, and I saw Lee Roberts' video, and it wasn't Lee. Sorry, beg pardon. It was Sticks, and he had a caterpillar in his picture.
John, not so much a landing strip, nor more like a direction arrow. Yeah.
It's the one where you need the little net like the end of the aircraft carriers to catch the plane which didn't stop on the way.
Just to remind me where everything is.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, getting on to... So, we're getting on to March, right? We're 1st of March today. So, yeah, what can I tell you about March? Well, I tried looking up some historical bits and pieces about March, you know, weather law and ancient sayings and stuff. Pretty much, unlike nearly all the other months, there's not a lot to be said for March. Okay,
but there's a lot of herbal remedies for March.
A lot of plants. So, some weather-related sayings from jolly old times. Okay. The unpredictable weather of March is a recurring theme in many sayings. The following expressions reflect the fluctuating conditions often experienced during this March.
Too much information like that.
March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. Okay. A dry March, a good seed time. And March winds and April showers bring forth May flowers.
We've had April and March showers. We've had February, January. Yeah.
So I did find some interesting, because I couldn't find a lot in the old folklore sayings and that. I did find some quotations which I quite liked about March. Garrison Keeler said,
"Hi, Benny.
March is the month God created to show people who don't drink what a hangover is really like."
Says us drinking alcohol free. Cheers.
Gene Hershey said, in March, winter is holding back and spring is pulling forward. Something holds, something pulls inside of us as well. Okay. And the writer of the movement books, Tove Jansson, said, it is the first day of March. How wonderful. That was that. So that's what I have to say about March.
So Mike was saying that April here is March is more like February.
Yeah.
So the things that we're sort of seeing here now, he gets in April.
Excellent. So you're just that little bit behind us.
Yeah.
So what do we have to look forward to in March? Well, I'm going to do animals. Kaz is going to do plants.
Yeah.
So in March, you are liable to see the hares dance. Okay, mad as a March hare. You've all seen it. They get up and they box. You know,
but it's actually the females that do most of that.
It is the females that do most of the boxing, and it's all about territory, breeding rights, and so on. March brown is the name of a mayfly that begins to emerge in March. For those of you that are fly fishermen, okay, you'll know about the March brown. It's mentioned in the book The Complete Angler by Isaac Walton, published in 1653. I think there's some newer copies out.
Excellent, Benny. Okay.
Hi, Benny. How you doing, mate? So,
right, what I'm going to do? First of all, I'm going to do the 10 UK plants and their uses that are. It says March in UK marks the beginning of spring, and with it, the re-emergence of various edible and useful plants. Here are 10 plants commonly found during this time, along with information for identification and uses. It says always be 100% sure of identification before consuming any wild plant, because we don't be wanting you eating the wrong one, and you've been an ex. Yeah. So the first one, of course, is dandelion.
Good old dandelion.
Yeah, you can eat the leaves, flowers, and roots of these. Leaves can be used in salads, best when young, because the older they get a bit, and yeah. Leaves, flowers can be used in fritters or wine, and roots can be roasted for coffee. So that's another coffee substitute.
Yeah.
Next is cleavers. I don't like cleavers. I'm allergic to them things. Also known as goosegrass. The young shoots and leaves can be eaten raw or cooked, and they have a slightly grassy flavour. Who guessed?
Who guessed?
Yeah. Can also be used as a tea.
Yeah.
Nettle. Young nettles leaves are highly nutritious when cooked, neutralising the sting. They can be used in soups, stews, and teas, and they're rich in vitamins and minerals. Next is the garlic mustard. Leaves have a distinct garlic mustard flavour, using sparingly in salads, as these are as a flavouring in cooked dishes. Seeds can be used as spice. And as we will remember, when you can try the thing of rubbing the leaves to get the garlic smell, but we've got to remember you've only got 2 hands and you can only do it twice, because after that you're going to smell the garlic if you pick up some of the fake ones. So you don't be eating Leather Valley
or bluebells.
Yeah, or bluebells. So just remember that when you rub them, that hand will smell like garlic. So next time you pick up the same thing, you go, oh, it smells of garlic, so it's edible. Not always, because you've already been handling it.
Trace it back to the base of the plant.
Yeah.
Make sure.
Right. Chickweed is mild, slightly grassy flavour. Excellent in salads as a garnish if you want to be a rabbit. And it's highly nutritious. Next is ground alder. Young leaves are edible when cooked. Older leaves can be bitter again. So usually the word of thumb is go for the young leaves always.
Yeah. Shoot, the better.
Can be used in salads or as a pot herb. Hawthorn, young leaves known as bread and cheese, are edible and have a nutty flavour. The flowers and berries are also edible, but should be eaten when ripe. You try it when they're raw. When they're not ripe, they're not nice at all. You won't eat again.
Hawthorn, wait till the berries are absolutely red, and the softer the better, the sweeter they are.
Next is hairy bitter grass. It's got a peppery flavour. It's a good addition to salad as a garnish and can be found all year round. So that's one of your all year round go-tos. Daisy. Both flowers and leaves are edible. Flowers can be used as a garnish and leaves can be added to salad.
Yeah, I like daisies.
Yeah.
It's a pickable. It's a walking along pickable, but just be careful where dogs may have.
But just remember, proper identification. Never consume a plant unless you're absolutely certain it's identification. Sustainable foraging. Only take what you need and avoid over harvesting, especially in vulnerable areas, because what you'll do is you'll just kill the whole lot of, and when you next go there to have some, you're going to have none. Private land. Always obtain permission before foraging on private land, because it is theft at the end of the day, even though it is natural foraging. And pollution. Avoid foraging in areas which may be polluted. So you don't want the edge of roads. You don't want near industrial sites and the edges of fields, because if they've been sprayed, what you're eating is whatever they sprayed on there. Allergies. Beware of potential allergies and start with small amounts before trying a new plant, because if you have a smaller amount, you're going to get less of the effect on.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Just joining in.
This document is so be really careful when you're going to get things, and be sure of the identification, because it's better to just look at them rather than eat them. All right.
Yeah.
So
if you don't know,
I'll do the rest up here.
Yeah. When in doubt, leave it out. That's the old forager's saying. Okay, and it means any doubt. You've got to be absolutely 100% positive on an identification. If there's a little bit in the back of your mind that goes, it's just not so sure, but I'm pretty sure.
You're very right. Hardware Alaska says springtime is a time to tap trees for syrup. Funny you should say that, because in the stock we have got the tubes that you tap into the tree, and the hooks where you hang your little cup or little tin or whatever to collect the sap.
Silver birch sap is arising for those of you that like to make silver birch wine, or you just want to collect silver birch water.
I've half done the little catalogue. Everyone should be getting an email tomorrow. What I've done is I've got photographs and the things together, and then I've got the list of prices that send, so everyone will get one with several photographs and that in it.
Yeah, please bear with us with that. It takes a little bit of time and a lot of effort. But
we've got sap collecting stuff. We've got little things for putting like if you want to make a tea out of pine needles, nothing worse than trying to get the pine needles out of the mug. So what we've got is the little balls you put they're lockable. Yeah.
Which means also if you're doing coffee and you're grinding your own coffee, do it as a coarse grinder. These work really well to stop the grinds getting in there if you don't know how to make cowboy coffee. or if you're doing any form of tea. So if you're doing
a herbal tea, it's very, very small.
You're doing your own herbs and grinding your own herbs for herbal tea, makes a great simple thing to carry for doing your own infusions. Same thing if you're collecting leaves, wild plant leaves. Quite often, if I'm out and I'm thinking to myself, what am I going to have? Sometimes I see things like primrose leaves and that, and I'll pick a few here and there and infuse those with some nettle leaves.
Hedgerows are good to forage most of the time, as long as they're away from the road.
Yeah.
You don't want ones that are right on the road. It's not just safety, obviously, in collecting your foraging stuff.
Yeah.
It's the fact that if there's water on the road and it's constantly getting the water thrown up, you're getting all the pollutants from the oils and from the diesels and stuff thrown up on it as well. So
try and get off the beaten track a little bit. And simple rule of thumb, usually I try and forage from waist up, or that's if I'm on a path. If I'm out into the centre of the field, then I'll take the risk. If there's no paths around me, not so likely that a dog's going to have peed on it, And
the leaves, small leaves on brambles that you collect from like blackberry bushes, it's always better sort of waist to shoulder height, because nothing can get up there.
Yeah. But again, even saying that, it's one of the things you've got. Hawthorn's out, and it's for those of you in the UK, the hawthorn now it's just starting to shoot. Those leaves, absolutely brilliant. The beeches will be along shortly. Again, catch those leaves right at the beginning of their budding season. Absolutely delicious. A great supplement to your salads. Very, very healthy, very good for you. And the all year rounds, the ones that people always forget about. Good old daisies. Daisies. Absolutely, member of the pea family, absolutely fantastic in a salad. Got a little bit of sweetness to it, and they're there all year round. And again, this is when you talk about survival. This is one of the things that it comes back to when people say to me, and I hear it all the time: you can't live off a rabbit, okay, because of rabbit starvation. Well, you can, but you can't live off of solely rabbit and nothing else. If you're going to eat rabbit as your main source of protein, which, let's face it, prior to the 1950s in the UK, that's what 90% of households lived on, was rabbit. It was farmed, it was caught wild, it was the main thing in the butchers. But what you did, you balanced it out by having the herbs, the minerals, the vitamins that you needed to go alongside it to give you that vitamin, mineral boost. Because otherwise you're eating pure protein, no fats, no nothing in it, pure protein, and you get a protein starvation.
Good evening, Ray.
So you've got to add the extras to it. Carbs, you can find carbs, produce carbs, stick those in with it, balance the meal out.
Right, Mike. How we found this was on Google, and it was 10 UK plants and their uses.
It certainly was. So.
Yeah. You go on that. You should get the online copy, so you'll be able to translate the English names into your names for you.
Yeah. So basically, and that's what I do. A lot of the information that we put out on a Sunday night, not all of it, obviously, but things like that. I'm sitting there going,
watch it. The cyborg's in the room.
Hey, Stealth brother!
It's a puppet.
Welcome. I raised my glass to the man.
Hey,
Stealth brother. Hope you're feeling okay. I've already explained to everybody what's going on. So I'm going to give everybody a minute to wants to say hi and wish you well. Hey, Stealth, my man.
You're very true, actually, Gary. It's like there might be different names for them. I will have a look for you.
Very much
because
so.
It's like the fox. A fox is called. You got they're called a Reynard, aren't they?
Yeah.
A Charlie. I'm trying to think some of the other words for fox.
Yeah. Well, other names for fox, Reynard.
That's Reynard, Charlie. there is so
It's-
many,
it's many days.
depending on it's just what he's only said. Perhaps we find the nicknames of some of these plants for different areas.
Not nicknames, he says. Not nicknames.
No, not
That's a common issue. The foreigners and the when we struggle with the words. Basic.
Who's the author? Do you know who the author was for these UK plants? And
no, that was basically what I did was I googled March plants and went through it and basically took various ones that I know that are fairly common.
You printed
off of
this, yeah.
What I can probably do, we could email it to him, or I could even stick it in an envelope and post it to him. So it was on a Google search, Mike. What he did, he put from plants from March. So it's 10 UK plants and their uses found in March. Okay, and you should be able to find it from there. If you don't, we'll. Well, I actually Googled 10 March plants and then went through it and went that one and that one and that one.
Yes, please, if you can, Kitten, that would be great.
There are quite a few out there that you wouldn't.
Good evening,
you wouldn't recognise because again, you have to be a little bit cautious with Google, a little bit cautious with ChatGPT.
Yeah, Mike,
GPT and that.
Kitten's going to put the links up for the different plants for you. Yeah, they have got the Latin names on here, Gary. But I wasn't going to try and.
Don't mind it. Get some of my schoolboy Latin out there. Let's give it a go. So,
Sticks, just to let you know that Stealth has just joined us as well. So you come in at the same time.
Right, bear with me. It's been a long time. So dandelion, which is Taraxacum officinale. Okay. Cleavers, which is Gallium aperrine. Nettle, Urtica dioica. Garlic mustard, Alaria.
Oh, John.
Petiolata. Okay. Wild garlic, Allium ursinum.
They use the allium, isn't it? Hi,
Chickweed, Stellaria, Medea. Yeah. Ground elder. Yeah, you can forget that one. Hawthorn, Cracataceous monogyna. What a lovely name for the hawthorn. It even sounds like a mystery tree then, doesn't it? Hairy bittercress, Cardamine hirsutia, and Daisy Bellus perennis.
Yes, Jess, just 10 plants that you can find in March that and they use it like dandelion, wild garlic, etc. And we did their uses, so perhaps if you not watch back, you'll get the beginning of it.
Yeah, whether it's the native bugger or not, is any garlic is a blessing and welcome after the winter. And again, it's that time of year, isn't it? Spring is upon us. Keep your eyes open. Things are going to change very, very quickly.
I watched Bushy's Sussex Outdoors video. Now, I didn't know. I forgot all about the fact that you can use fern for tinder, and of course this time of year there's lots and lots and lots of the brown fern about, so yeah.
Be careful collecting fern, be careful collecting bracken. The dust from bracken, right, is carcinogenic, so you want to be a little bit cautious, okay? And basically what I do is I'll take a handful, hold it downwind from me, give it a good shake. So yeah, just be a bit careful with it. Wild garlic for your fan. Garlic mustard. We like a bit of garlic mustard. Yeah. Cheers, Sticks. Sticks put up Stealth's latest video. So, yeah, do me a favour, guys. Dive over to that. There's a link on there. Sticks has just put it up. Stealth's latest video. Have a dive on there. Give it a click.
Yeah.
The guy was actually ill at the time. It doesn't show on the video. It looks like he was having an awesome time. Shows what a manly man he is. But, yeah, get on there. And
hopefully your tea was better. Your nighttime stuff was better today, Stealth, than it was. Gary, thank you, John.
Gary, I didn't go to Eton. I went to a secondary school in Guildford, but I was one of those scroats that was punished quite regularly. So we had a master there that just stand in the corner and tell you, you're going to read this back to me, and you're not going home till you do. So I got to read Latin. Not that I ever really understood
you like to do it all over again. No.
Yeah, no, I can't speak Latin and that, but
John was just saying that he's been checking his diesel heat, and good job he did, because the batteries were useless in it. Yeah, it's nothing worse than going out and you haven't checked your gear, and then finding that
Well, so I mean, in the man cave, big sort out yesterday.
Yeah, nearly all of it. I was telling Stealth about this. Nearly all of it was in the hallway, which meant I could not get to the toilet because of the mountains of tarps and bags. And
so all the winter kit is now, well, no, the majority of the winter kit is now cleaned and in store for next winter. The summer kit's starting to come out. Obviously, retain a couple of the winter bits out. You will get days that catch you out, and that it's not time to chuck the coats away and that yet. No. In actual fact, old English saying, don't cast a clout till May is out. Yeah. In other words, keep your raincoats and your warm kit out, because you never know. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, bit of a sort out, bit of a tidy up, and a bit of a reorganisation.
So did you see Stick's hairy caterpillar today on his video? Where the hell did you find that hairy caterpillar?
Well,
I think it's Mick's hair. It's on a escape route.
My toupee.
His toupee just ran away. It was caught on Sticks' film.
They're hairy caterpillars, and again, survival things. So remember. Essential rule of survival. Most insects are full of protein. They're absolutely brilliant, great survival tools in an emergency, with the exception of the one thing you never ever attempt to eat: caterpillars.
No,
caterpillars. Draw a line under them. Not all caterpillars are poisonous, but the majority of them are. They have a nasty habit of storing toxins from plants they're feeding on in their bodies and holding them. Doesn't do them any harm, but it'll bug the hell out of you.
We get a certain one here that is like a very hairy sort of caterpillar, and of course it's one of those things that little kids see it and want to pick it up, and it causes horrendous skin rashes if you do, because the fur isn't as furry as it looks. It's quite spiky.
Special battery book that came with the heater said AAA battery. Not exactly. It uses a 27 amp 12 volt. It's a bit of a difference, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, because we had a ladybird outside the front door, didn't we? Yeah. I was worried because Willow went outside, and I thought, no, Willow's either going to stand on it or we on it. I just imagine this little ladybird on a little leaf boat trying to paddle.
Well, that's quite interesting. So, Kitten, you are probably the saying that we use down here. You are probably more accurate with what you just said. Don't cast a clout till May is out. Probably is that. That's where it's evolved from. It's just over the years it's lost that Mayflower meaning. The dance of the May Queen, the Mayflower. There's the hawthorn flower. Is yes.
This weekend you got scouts. Yes.
Yeah, I've got the scouts in the woods for 2 days. I'm not being very nice this time. I've been gentle with them for the last couple of years.
And Chris, he's doing the bow drill with the little darlings.
I got them a bow drill kit. All right. I'm going to reward them as well. If one of them can make the campfire with the bow drill, I'm going to give him a gift. I'm going to give him the bow drill.
It's just so you don't get called to use it again.
Exactly.
So sneaky.
Yeah. It's over there now. It makes me shiver.
Yeah. I've been wondering why Ketten looking out the door all day.
Yeah. I was open. Yes. Gary Bowlman's asked a serious question. Yes. Kitten, yeah. Yeah, I remember. I used to hear it as a kid, but I always took it as May the month, which, to be honest with you, ain't a bad idea anyhow. Because let's face it, April can turn pretty rough. I'm just going to shut that window out there, Cass.
Yeah, it's starting to get
a bit of a draft, isn't it, Willow? It's a little bit of a draft.
Willow won't appreciate it because obviously he's got a lot less fur. What? So great! You see, you're doing what you off the scale, but is H and I don't think it is health and safety is a limitation. You're also hopefully going to be, I think the week after he's on Operation Jackdaw, so he'll be with doing some voluntary work with some of the veterans at their camp at Longmoor. Yeah, Gary wanted to know if you're doing this for the scouts. Is a health and safety a limitation?
No.
About scouts cutting logs? No, because they're not young scouts. No, they're sort of 12 to sort of 17.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
There's something a bit more interesting about that.
A full moon.
A full moon. No, it's not too much of an issue with the scouts because the
organisation. Jason.
I've been vetted.
Hasn't been to the vet. He's been vetted.
I have to be vetted.
Yeah.
My background has to be checked. My experience and my credentials is always checked. And then basically, I have to do stuff with the adults, show them what I can do. They always have the welfare of the kids. They always have the scout leaders there. They're always present, and I always start everything with the simple thing of, look, if I start going off on a tangent or we're going into something you would rather they didn't cover, all you got to do is say, draw the line there, Mick. Could you move on to something else?
I think it's about the fourth time now, the fourth lot you've done with them. So,
and I thoroughly enjoy it. It's fun sharing with young people. You got they're like little baby birds sitting there with their mouths out, and just feed them the knowledge. Yeah. Feed them the knowledge, give them the knowledge. And if there's 60 there, if I can inspire one to enjoy his life in the countryside or get there, that's a success. I don't expect, when I run any course, I don't expect everybody there to walk away with suddenly their eyes open and a big wildlife grin on their face. But if I can inspire a couple,
it's quite strange because a lot of the when you do some of the courses, it's usually the ladies that have got more of the questions and more who want to know if there's any more they can actually do.
Yeah, definitely.
It means about being liable.
Right, so the liability.
Yeah,
I do have my own liability.
Yeah,
which I have to have. And also the scouts have their liability. So everything I've done is under the watch of the scout masters and the scout leaders. But yeah, there is liability there, and there is that liability is covered. So it's something I have to bear in mind at all times. Hence, when I'm doing stuff with the scouts, they don't get to handle things like my knives. They don't get to handle things like my MOD survival knife. I may have it there with me. I might show them the technique for batoning. I might show them methods and that, but they don't get too hands-on with that sort of thing. And as Kaz was saying, it's the girls. It's
girls and the ladies.
The boys these days, the boys are like off wandering around preening themselves, without being disrespectful to a lot of boys. But it's the girls that are coming over. So when you skin a rabbit, how do you check the liver? What do you look for in the kidneys? And you're like, really?
Yeah.
You know, and they have a lot of very practical and sensible ideas and questions. And I find that in all my groups, it doesn't matter what age they are or from what walk of life, it tends to be the women that have got more questions. Blokes tend to, or the young lads and blokes tend to have the attitude of, I know it all already. The women tend to come into it with a little bit more.
And they're the ones that also want to know the best kit to keep in their vehicles for an emergency, and they're the more likely to actually be the ones that will go out and get the stuff for their vehicles. Almost straight away, you know. It's
Well, my old role, we used to have weekends where we'd have scouts in shooting. We'd have all the army cadets in shooting.
Our sons were army cadets.
I've got one with the ATC coming up. So again, that teaching respect to firearms with young people. People will sit there and go, "Oh, you're training them to kill." You're not training them to kill. You're training them to target shoot, but you're teaching them a respect for a firearm, and you're actually demonstrating to them what it can do, so that they have an understanding of things like backdrop and that. So they ever come across a firearm, they ever get to use a firearm, whether legal or illegally. At least they got some idea of what the bloody hell's going to happen when they pull that trigger.
You're right, Kitten, because you said about that you had in the 70s you had Bowie knives. Well, it's like I said before about the catapults. You know, we used to use them as kids. We used to hit trees. Well, as I told you, there's been a lot of things where wildlife have been attacked around here and two of the main culprits who've been caught on people's Ring doorbells have been caught on the canal side, tooled up with their catapults, ready to go and do their stuff. So, it's when we were kids, we didn't think any of it, and we certainly wouldn't go around. I think it's fun to go around killing things. It
is. It's again. It's one thing in this world to say to people, ban it, hide it, but it will always be there.
It makes it underground then, doesn't it? To ban things,
to show and demonstrate. Okay, I do get the argument that you use 100 kids there, you show 100 kids how to use a firearm and that. What if one of them goes off the rails later in life and you've suddenly turned him into a marksman?
Unfortunately, there's enough of that going on as it is with the adults.
Yeah. So what you're hoping to do is teach a bit of discipline along with it, and that was the great thing with the army cadets. It's one of the things I really liked about it is how kids that they used to get kids there that they'd say, "Oh, they're troubled kid. This one, it's a troubled kid," and he joined the cadets, and then 6 months later, he's not troubled. He may be a pain in the arse at home and around his state, but when he's at cadets, he changes. And why? Because of discipline.
And treating them like adults.
Yeah, treated like an adult, given discipline, and also taught self-respect and given respect when he earns and achieves it. And it's funny how that creates better people, because quite often I think when young people go off the rails, it's not a case of the world treating them badly. It's you're not giving them the inspiration and the aspiration that they need. And by all means, I mean, I have a drill square voice. I can be heard 200 or 300 meters away.
Excellent, Bill.
And I wasn't ever afraid of using it around the cadets. Never once would I be abusive with it, but by golly, I'd use it, and they would respond to it. But after a lesson, when you turn to them and you say, "Well done, guys, really appreciate that. Great, you switched on. It was really good effort." You might choose somebody that was really struggling with it, and you pick them up. There's something like, "Hang on, I'm getting a bit of respect here."
Yeah.
Yes, he was really giving us some stick out there, but we got it and we pushed through. And now the bloke's patting us on the back. This is awesome.
Yeah. I think we tend to keep about the online game maze and misleads kids about firearms. I think it's worse for car driving, because these kids play their games when they're doing Gran Torino and all that, and then they think they can do that on the road, and they're the ones that get their new cars and end up crashing because they can't. It's not like handling a car like that, isn't it?
I mean, from what I might be wrong, but what I've seen of the US in a lot of the schools, they actually have driver programs where the young people are taught to drive and taught driver skills.
We have it in here. I think there's a company that does it for 15-year-olds, isn't it?
Yeah.
They can learn to start driving before they're actually old enough to start driving.
I mean, the sad thing is in the UK, and I'll blow this out there. So I took one single driving lesson before my driving test. and passed it first time. My total experience of driving on the road in a car was reversing it up and down 100 feet of private driveway, doing J-turns on the gravel and driving it around there. I'd been riding a moped for a few years and a motorcycle, so I had a good awareness of the road. And I had a good awareness of how a car worked. But I actually had one lesson. I passed it. How many people out there book a couple of lessons, take their tests, and actually go out with no experience? And I'm not proud of that fact. I think it was a bit daft, really. But I winged it, and got through it by the skin of my teeth.
Yeah, Stealth was just saying he was a little shit until he got his first stripe in the ACF. Yeah. That's it. It makes you proud, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like when you did swimming and they give you your first 10-meter badge or your 5-meter badge, and it was like, look what I've got, and and if you can teach them to be respectful and if learning is fun for them. If you make it fun for them, if you make it too sterile and too much, you will do this, you won't do that. You lose them straight away.
I use an opening when I'm working with the scouts. So bear in mind that some of these are 13, 14, 15 years old. They're young people. They don't know me from Adam. They've come out to the woods. There's this really scary old fella there who looks like he's just crawled out of Stig of the Dump. Okay?
No, it can't be called Stig of the Dump.
and basically, I just turn around and I go, right, I normally ask the adults to step back a bit. Right? So let the youngsters come in, you adults step back outside. Obviously, they've got to be there and they can watch and they can turn around. I don't want one of them stood near me. I want the kids' attention. And I turn around to the kids and I go, right, guys, I'm Mick. Okay, I tell them a bit about my past. I tell them a bit about what we're going to do, and I say to them, I'll forget your name, so I'm going to call you mate. I'll
Buddy,
call you geezer, sweetheart, anything like that. Please don't be offended. And if I say and do something that offends you, stop me. Okay, I'm an old fart. I'm a different generation. Ask any question. Doesn't matter how stupid the question is, because there is no such thing as a stupid question. Only a stupid answer. Okay, I'm here to try and help you, teach you, and inspire you. And I then speak to them like adults. I treat them like equals. If they turn around to me and they go, Mick, I can't do a bow drill. All right, mate, no worries. All right, let's get down there with you. Let's have a look. How are you doing this? Right, yeah, try it like this, try it like that. They respond to that, and when he does succeed, it's a pound of whack. Well done, mate. Awesome. Let everybody give him a cheer. He's done it. It's that's what sticks in people's minds as kids, I think. Just looking at what Jason was saying, I actually thinking about it. I probably don't have an advantage to passing my driving test first time. I got off the farm. I've been driving a tractor for about 10 years. But again, my experience on the road, I passed my driving test. I had my brother's 1.8 Marina. I passed my driving test, and he said to me, "You passed your test. There's the keys to the car. You can borrow it for a couple of days. Take Kaz out and all the rest of it." And I went, yeah. Within 2 miles, I managed to spin it backwards into a hedge. Okay, because I was going down a dead straight road, just passed my test, all full of myself, way like that. And all of a sudden, I saw a cyclist who must have been 300 meters away wobble out into the road, panicked, overcorrected, hit everything, and just slid backwards into a hedge. Not my proudest moment, but I was okay. The car, a few scratches, nothing too bad.
It was the same car that I did a 3-point turn and I hit the same lamppost twice.
Managed to get it out, and that was a learning curve. From that point on, for the next couple of weeks, I took it fairly steady.
But it's like with our boys, we've always, our sons, I think Chris was 37 this month, and we always, so they were like little brothers, and that we never had issues with them when they were growing up. We never had trouble with the police. They never did anything stupid. They were quite.
But again, our policy was, don't get me wrong, I'm a disciplinarian. I do believe in discipline. I never had to really much more than not even raise my voice at the boys. They knew if I turned around and went enough, that's where it stopped. It didn't go any further.
I mean, they scared us a few times. Even like Daniel, when he was probably 15, and he was he must be 15 or 16, and he was helping out at an estate that had Highland cows, and we went there one day to pick him up, and he was riding on the bull.
He looked like, oh my God. He looked like Mongo from Blazing Saddles coming across the field on this bleeding. It's huge. Well, they're not huge, but it was a big Aberdeen Angus. It was just sat on this thing's front shoulders.
Yeah, but you'd have to have a full bike license to drive a Robin Reliant. Right, and I mean, you did have those, but so
the 3-wheel rule basically goes into sidecars. Now it's quite an interesting one. There's a bit of a twitch, because basically the Reliant would come down as the same rules as the sidecar. It's a 3-wheeler. So on a motorcycle license, full motorcycle license, you can drive a 3-wheeler. Now, the odd one is
trying to find 3-wheelers now. You got hardly a chance.
Years ago, I know one of my brother's friends did it, and he actually went to my father, who's a mechanic at the time, and said to him, "I've got to have the reverse gear disabled. Okay, it can't have a reverse gear. If it's got a reverse gear, it's classed as a car. If it had no reverse gear, it was classed as a motorcycle or a 3-wheeler." I don't know how true that is, because I've never been in that position myself, but I remember my dad just saying that's dead easy, and all he did was made an aluminium bar that riveted in to block the gate so it couldn't go over into reverse, but he then drilled out the bottom of one of the rivets so that you could slide the bar out, put it into reverse. And he said, basically, if a copper looks at it, it's got no reverse, you can't put it in reverse. But if you get stuck and you really need to put it into reverse, lift that up, sling it out of the way, and stick it in reverse. My dad was a very practical guy that way, you know.
It's the thing is, it's like a lot of the cars that we remember in the 70s and 80s, they are like rocking horse poo now, and they are so damn expensive to buy. And things like Robin Reliance, because so many people have taken them and turned them into trikes, there isn't any.
They did, right? So John,
they did a 4-wheel kitten, didn't they?
If Martin's on here one evening, or if he's listening at the moment, he's going to be laughing his arse off, because all I'll say
blue fur,
bright yellow Reliant Regal Supervan Mark III with blue fur on the inside. They're one of those things. If you drive them respectfully, you drive them the way they were designed to be driven, they are actually quite a sensible, quite an economical, quite a reliable little form of transport. It was designed really to get people around towns and cities economically and easily.
They do spend more time on their sides, and they roll so easy.
It is quite easy to put one on its side. The only bonus is there, being all fiberglass, quite like what they tended to do was slide along the road on their side, come to a stop, you all bailed out of it, rolled it back onto its wheels, and
I think a lot of the lack of the Robin Reliance now also is the fact that a lot of the banger racing, they used to do ramp rollovers using that, or see how many rolls you could get your Robin Reliant to do. So they went through quite a lot. Trotters, independent traders. There's so many of them. It's like the people that are in the SAS, isn't it? There's so many of them. You think which one's the real one? Yeah,
there's 4 around here. There's 4 people, and everybody tells me they got the genuine one, and I'm like, no, you haven't. But at the end of the day, it's like anything in this life, isn't it? It always has limitations. Everything you do. Was I any good at banger racing?
Yes, he has got. He did get a trophy, didn't he?
Yeah, I did get. I'm not a good banger driver. I used to see the red. Okay, I was in it for the crash and the smash more than the win.
I remember him doing one once at the Windmill Raceway. That's on the A3 going to Portsmouth, and you almost jumped the pit entrance, and he got out. He was so angry, he sort of ripped the steering wheel out, and everyone was clapping until that point, and then they sort of went, "Oh, right, okay," and just carried on watching the racing.
But yeah, I won one race or one meeting.
That was in the same car that week. Our friend's mum had won the women's world championship.
Yeah.
In it.
Yeah.
And you raced it, didn't you? And got a trophy for that.
Yeah, that was a good car. It was good fun. I enjoyed doing it. Would I do it today? No. I look back and think, oh my God, how much money did I destroy?
He used to
Mark 1 Granadas.
Yeah. Mark
Cortinas,
3s.
Mark 3s, Mark 4s, Mark 5s.
The Mark 3s
Capris.
now, you're talking like 14 grand.
Yeah. And if you really want to get into the money, my favourite cars to race were Datsun Laurel 2.2 and 2.4s.
Land Crabs.
Wolseley Land Crabs 2.2s. Yeah, these are, and I look at these, I said, every now and again I'll go on eBay and they'll be like, a Datsun Laurel. The last one I looked at was about £24,500. I paid 50 quid for one, and it was immaculate.
Yeah.
Ran like a dream. Straight 6, 2.4. Beautiful
car.
That
one I painted a pale blue, because you used to use house paint. Because this is a weird thing. When you used to paint your bangers up, you use household paint because it's less flammable than the paint you put on a car anyway. But I used to paint that. I used to help strip them out as well, which was fun. I used to love it, getting there with screwdrivers, taking things apart. You know, I stripped a Mark 4 Cortina with all I did was the inside, and I stripped it out in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But I used to paint it, and I think the Datsun Laurel was Winnie the Pooh, wasn't it? Winnie the Pooh on the bonnet, and I did the number plate, so it's Pooh Cares and Tigger Mind. So we had Winnie the Pooh on that one. We did one with Jungle Book on it.
Yeah. I was out to entertain the kids. It's a family day out, so my attitude was make people smile, make them laugh.
Yeah, it's the same as banger racing.
Yeah.
But we do an oval.
Yeah.
Well, we used to do an oval.
Yeah, we do an oval. Windmill Raceway have one of the fastest straights in southern England. It was on chalk. Dead flat chalk, absolutely perfect.
I used to use water bowsers, so it would get so sticky out there.
They would wet it down, which made it slippery. But in the summer, within 2 or 3 laps, that was it. It was dry, and it was like driving on concrete. It gripped like a gem. So your knack was, if you could get through the first 3 laps, then you could start getting some power down. And
we used to have banger racing. We used to have mod cars. So it used to be like 1300s, 1100s. Then you had the kids ones, which were minis with like little cages around the outside. Yeah. And then you used to put banger racing in. And the end of the day, it was a demolition derby. So you could literally go wherever you want. It was the last car standing.
So Tottenham being our local track, hell of a place to race because it was so short. It was like the figure of 8. You never came off of a bend. You were constantly steering. Yeah. And there was no room for error of judgment. It was one mistake and that was it. You were done.
And with Tottenham, it was all wires and metal fencing, whereas when we raced at the Windmill Raceway and then the further one, it was all high mud banks. You'd have a high bank and then a big ditch, and then all the competitors, people watching were on the top of this huge bank.
John, set the image for you. Windmill Raceway, so our straight was 110 metres long. The width of the track was again about 125 metres. So you had long curves, and the track itself is about 25 metres wide. So in our demolition derby, everybody lines up. You do a rolling start. You do a single lap. As you come across that start line, the flag drops. In the demolition derby, no rules. There is one rule, and that is you're not allowed to hit the driver's door. Okay. Beyond that, You can do what you like.
You just got to spin them out and just keep them going to be first over the line.
You can get a full lap run up on somebody. You can do whatever you need to. You can follow somebody into the wall. Next car follows them in. It's whatever goes. Last car actually moving is the winner. God knows how nobody ever got killed. I've seen a few injuries. I mean,
we've seen some of the. There's one called the Sussex Squad, and the Surrey Street Squad. Sorry, they always had white. They painted the cars white with big red spots, and they used to have huge American cars and stretch limos and things like that. Yeah. And that against, like a little Triumph or something like that, you had no chance.
No. You have to use your speed and your agility to beat them or to keep out their way more than anything.
And everyone thinks that the Jags were really good on the track. No, they're not. Because you have to chain the. Is it a gear up? I think you have to do so. You have to chain the gearbox up because on Jags, if you don't, when they take a hard hit, they're useless.
Yeah, the Jags had a floating rear axle that would come out quite easy. Bill was a biker for most of his life. Did have cars. The last car was in Hillman Imp. How old am I? Hillman Imp. Nothing wrong with Hillman Imp.
Yeah, we've had a Humber Super Minx. Yeah. We've had a couple of those. We've had a Vauxhall Viva that was on a 1962 plate. Yeah. We had a 1965 Mark III Zodiac. Yeah. We've had a 1974 Rover P6. Yeah. We've had some quite old cars.
Pretty much every Rover there.
We had the Vauxhall Viva Estate. We had what's the one that the Vauxhall VX Estate.
Yeah. We had a couple of rare Vauxhall VXs over the years.
And you had the Spider. Yeah. That was Lancia. No, not Lancia.
No, it was a Fiat. Fiat's 126 Spider.
We had one of those that has a left-hand drive.
Yeah. The Hillman Imp, the fuel tank in the front, radiator in the front, and the engine in the back, and the pipes that ran down the body were the problem for the cooling.
Jason, we weren't allowed to. We had scrutineers in every banger track, and they'd check to see if you'd banged metal up the exhaust, the cross members, the struts. All you were allowed was a plate on the doors. But anything like you look like you'd put extra bits in, then you weren't allowed to race.
No,
because and also it would mean that you could seriously. And we had someone. They were doing the end race and ended up them having a head on, and this bloke didn't back away, and he got hit so hard by this. It was a larder, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He actually ended up. He lost half his spleen, and that dislocated both kneecaps and that.
Yeah, shortened himself dangerous. By 2 feet.
Yeah.
So again, they were pretty strict at scrutineering. You weren't allowed to overly tune the engines. All the structure of the car had to be pretty much standard. You could do things like chain the seat in. So the seat was bolted into the floor, then you put a chain in. And
to make sure all the loose, there was nothing loose inside the car that could fly up. There was no windows in it. The fuel tank would be mounted in the rear of the vehicle. So used to take the radiators out, put a water tank in the engine bay so that it keep the car running longer. Take the front pulleys off. If it had a cam belt, the favoured one was Ford no scatter shields.
No scatter shields.
Mm-mm.
The Ford Pinto engine was the favoured one because you could snap the cam belt on it, didn't damage the engine, get it back into the pits, put a new cam belt on it, realign it all, cut the whole front out of the car, and get back out and race.
And you had to have full face crash helmets, and they were looked at. If you had any that was like dented and that, no.
Fuel tank was bolted to the rear parcel shelf. Fuel line had to run internally through the car with a cut-off switch next year, and then out through the bulkhead into the front, which I used to look at sometimes and think, blimey. Yeah, because there was more than once I got hit that hard in the back that it ruptured the fuel can, and I'd be sitting in the seat. I'm doing everything like a lunatic, ready to bail out, covered in petrol. But you don't think of those things when you're having fun.
I mean, there were so many little kids there. When we first used to take Dan, our youngest, he was. I used to take the old travel cot, and I'll sit up on the grass and put a towel, a blanket over the top of it because it's like mesh, so that it kept some of the dust off him. But
it's not really. It's not. So again, where did those skills? So where did my banger racing days skills help me out later in life? Well, I can tell you what helped me out later in life. Evasive driving techniques. Okay, learning to use those skills I picked up on the track. The first time I got asked to spin a car out or to push through a blocked road, I already had that skill set there. I knew how this car I was driving was probably going to react. I knew what to expect from the impact. And I often used to say to people that I think that if you are going to train drivers for the military, then especially if it's going to be for close protection, what you want to do is you want to take them to a banger track, build them a car, get them in that car, get them out on the track, let them do a race.
It's like when we watch.
It's an inoculation. It's a build up.
You watch like pit manoeuvres on the TV, like in America. You should think, no, you should have really hit that corner there. You would have spun him out, and he would have gone into the ditch. Don't.
It's like so. This household, our household, is a nightmare. For when we have friends around, when we're watching a movie, right, or sometimes we're watching cop programs even, and you've got me and Kaz sitting there discussing like how the officer's handling his weapon and how he's using his weapon or how they're doing a pit maneuver. We're like, amateur, he's going to cock this up in a minute. Look, he hasn't even cocked that. See, there, click, dead man's click.
Oh. Yeah. Or if he'd gone there with that markings on that bonnet on that boot, if he took it there, he'd have gone off.
Yeah, even down to watching films, it's a nightmare. You get Kaz sitting there in one corner and she'll just look at me and go, that wouldn't work, would it? And I go, no. It doesn't have a magazine that big, does it? No.
Goes,
and it wouldn't have gone
or
that far.
Or he'll go, see that gun? There's no magazine in that.
And you pick up on stuff like that. So, yeah, we're a bit analytical, I would say. Maybe a little bit harsh sometimes, aren't we? Kaz laughing her arse off going, well, how the hell's he supposed to have shot him from there? He hasn't even got a magazine in it.
I'm afraid, you won't see me watching soaps. I'll be I'll be sitting there, Jason will come around and he'll go and speak to his mum. And I'll say, no, what should we watch? Ouch, that had to hurt, or Fail Army, or, I don't like when the kids hurt themselves or animals, but when people hurt themselves.
Mind you, programs we do like. So we liked Letterkenny, didn't we? Yeah. We thought that was funny as hell. I like that. I know so many people that fitted into the brackets there. We watch a lot of reality stuff. We like a lot of history.
Yep.
A lot of natural history as well. Yeah. We like
gruesome. I know.
I like it when people go exploring. Movies with farts.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me started on that. I love it, and I always wanted one of those boggling kids. The bogglings, the kids' toys. My boys had one because it was always farting, and me and fart humour. I am terrible. I'll get to the point I'm crying that much. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Trooper, Oklahoma State Patrol Trooper. What's his name? Trooper. He's only a young lad as well. He's really good.
Yeah, he's never lost a person yet, has he? That he's been after.
He's famous and known all over the states. Trooper. I'm trying to remember his name now. It'll come to me in a minute. I know you're talking about John. Yeah. And again, it's one of the things.
There's one lady we watch. She's a police officer, and she's a Native American descent.
Yeah.
And the amount of times we've seen her break car windows and pull people out is
Right, Gary. The music I've been using on the videos just lately. Right, the words are mine. So what I do, I use a program called Suno. So basically,
we're 60.
I write the words in, okay, and then it gives me options for what sort of music, the type of music I want whether it's going to be fast, slow, happy, and all the rest of it. And then it will give me several options. But
because he wrote one for me.
The words are my own. It's quite an easy program. It's no good me trying to write music because I'm high and mid-tone deaf, so I don't really hear the music that well. So I sort of take it as a bit of trust and faith that the music's going to be okay, but the lyrics are pretty much mine.
Yeah, I can't think of that. Is it Bird?
Trooper Bird.
Trooper Bird. He's the one that never. Yeah. No one gets away from him. If they're on his tail, then yeah, they must just give up. One of the
things I'm very aware of when I come over to the States, if I find myself driving, and I get stopped, it's a case of wind the window down, just keep my hands in sight.
We, as you know, we went up last week to Farmer P's to get our Dexter box. Well, Farmer P uses that music app, and he's got one particular Dexter cow. Her name's Mary, isn't she? Yeah. And Mary loves to have her butt scratched. He scratched her on her back and just above her tail, and she gets silly. But the trouble is, then she starts swacking him. He ends up getting a shitty tail in his face. But yeah, he did one for her about Mary loving her bum being scratched.
Yeah, it's
yeah, it's really clever the way that you can tell a story in your.
The hard thing, Gary, with the one for Stealth today is I didn't have a lot of footage of Stealth and his Stealth Yogi and Flack. What I did have was I had about.
I don't know if you've seen that one yet, Stealth.
About 4 minutes, I think, 4 or 5 minutes of footage on my phone. So I uploaded that and I literally chopped it about, and it was really fiddly to try and sort of fit bits and pieces in. There's a bit in the middle where I was up on the hills above where they are. So I actually used that as a bit of a stopgap. I cheated because the song took me probably about 35-40 minutes to write the lyrics. To get the program to choose the music and set it up took probably another 10-15 minutes. I managed to do it in about 4 attempts. But then the rest of the editing took ages. It was just trying to line everything up is a...
Jason, you know your farts one. What do you think about the videos when you see people with the fart spray? When they spray it in the car, or there's one that a bloke's showering and his wife comes and she says, "I'm really sorry, but I've got to use the loo." And he goes, what now? And she goes, "Yeah, I really, really need to go." And she's got a syringe. He's going, "Oh my God, get out of it." And yeah, people in the car.
Terrifies me. Yeah. You see the sort of woman I'm married to, okay? It scares me. I'm constantly scanning Amazon for fart spray sales to this address because sooner or later I know she's going to do it.
I was at a wedding once, and it was a girl that I work with, and it was their wedding, and we'd all gone. There was quite a lot of people from work.
Sorry, Jason's just asking what happened. Stealth's had a heart attack, I'm afraid, Jason.
Yeah.
So anybody that's new to us, Stealth is in. He's watching in the background. He's in hospital at the moment. He's probably going to have a pacemaker. It's like the pacemaker.
Yes, I did see the high end
later this
high
week.
End one. Yeah.
He's having it rough.
But yeah, what we did, we went to this wedding, and there's quite a lot of people from work, and they were cutting they got the knife to cut the wedding cake, and the icing was so hard that they couldn't actually get the knife through the icing, and the groom had to hit his hand and his wife's hand to cut through the icing, and as it started to cut through the icing, the 3-layered cake that was on these little columns fell over. And all you can hear in the video is me laughing my head off.
Stealth, is there anything you need me to send down to you, mate? What could you do with at the moment? What's the things you're missing or could do with? And I'll see if I can get you a care package sorted.
Yeah, you said that they keep bothering you. Tell him to, you know.
Just let me know what it is, brother.
Tell him to keep their paws to yourself, you know. I think it's space.
And better let me know what ward you're on as well. What I can do is I'll get a care package sorted for late this week.
It's the stealth video is actually on Mick's channel, isn't it?
Yeah. It's what we do. It's community, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's we look out for one another. Everybody here.
Yeah, blazing saddle beans.
Everybody here helped me get through my problems when I had them, and gave me the strength to get through. And so all I'm trying to do is exactly the same thing back for Stealth that he did for me. Be there, support.
Yeah, we're like a big family. At the end of the day,
I can't cure him. I can't take pain away. I can't take suffering away. But I can let him know that I care.
He can come and kidnap you, Stealth, and put you in the cupboard. With all your wires as well. You'll be there like a little one on a Borg.
The thing is, I don't know that hospital. Now, I managed to break into Frimley Park to get to see you when you're in the ICU. It actually meant I had to climb 3 floors on the outside of a building.
He broke into the hospital to see me because I was in, because I had cellulitis, didn't I? I wasn't allowed any visitors.
They put her in a...
No, sorry, meningitis.
Yeah, they put her in an isolation and then told me that I wasn't allowed to visit and basically booted me out of the hospital. So I went back to the hospital and I sort of gained access to the hospital in the wee small hours of the morning, but it meant going up the outside of the building, getting in and, using skills that I may have acquired along through my life and used to got in. No worries, Stealth.
You're welcome.
Well, mate, I don't stick it on here, but I know you're in contact with Kaz via the book.
Yes.
Stay in contact with Kaz. Keep me posted. All right, mate. Just keep me posted. And if you need anything, I don't care what it is. Okay, let me know.
Yeah, because if you can go up to deliver our dear Paul a card and that, I'm sure he can come visit you because you're not
right. I could. Bloody right, I could.
You poor bugger, you'll probably wake up in the morning and it's his smiling face looking across you out through the window.
Abseiling kit on, all the black gear, respirator and all that, tapping on the window. Right, Stealth, I'm here. I'll get you out, mate. I'm going to pop some smoke through the window. I know you can't abseil. You won't abseil. I know that. That's not a problem. So we're going to have to exfiltrate via the stairs.
But yes, if you have to have against us, we know, and you have you have his permission as a Cornishman to eat them if you need to.
If you have to have one of those poison polys, you have it, mate. It's whatever you got to do to get yourself through this. Whatever you got to do. It's and again, it's just look after yourself. Put yourself first above all things. You're no good to anybody when you're on your back, right? So make the most of it. I hope you've done the squatty thing. So you've set the bed to the lowest position possible. Move to the 2 beds either side of you. Raise them as high as possible. So that nurse has to come in and stretch up.
Yeah, John
and
says
reach across to the bloke.
He said, please give Stealth. He said, give a Stealth a fair amount of warning if you're going to use flashbangs for distraction.
No, he's a worry bugger. He'd just be like, yeah, I'm up for this.
What he could do is he could borrow some of your remote control tanks, slip them underneath your bed, and tank you out.
I like how your brain works. This is why I married her.
You just see Stealth disappearing down the corridor.
Yeah. There will be ways and means. I could set him up and drive himself around the hospital. Yeah.
I could bring my off-road mobility scooter. You'd have a hell of a time there, going down the corridors, wheel spinning. You can get it on 2 wheels. You can get a front wheel and a back wheel off the ground if you corner fast enough.
And again, it's that thing. Look after yourself, brother. Look after yourself. You've got to put yourself first at these times. It's a difficult thing to do, but you got to do it. And know you're loved. No, everybody here, all of us, everybody is saying prayers for you, mate. Everybody
and
cares.
well done to your daughter for making you go.
When I see your daughter, I've got to buy a drink, buy her a cake, give her a hug, whichever one she wants, and thank her for saving my mate's life, because that's what she did. Your daughter, she might not realise that she's a heroine. Right? She saved your life. She pushed you to go to the hospital, get that checked. God forbid what would have happened if she hadn't. Yeah. So again, I think from everybody here, we owe her a big thank you and a pat on the back, hug, whatever, for what she did. Because you're as bad as me, you bugger.
You men are terrible when it comes to hospitals.
He's like me. He had that Monty Python moment, didn't he? He's like, "Oh, come back and fight. It's only a flesh wound. It's only pain. I'm fine. I'm all right. It's all right. Come back."
Gary says you had a glass smashing tool on that multi-tool you used lately. Yes, you use that to get in your
In actual fact, the preferred method for me these days with windows like that is a blade. Take the rubber out, knock the seal out, lift the window away. Yeah, she did the right thing. You got to be very proud of her, mate. She's did the right thing, right time. Good girl. You got to be very proud of her. Because I know for a fact you're as bad as I am. You'd have just sat there and gone, nah, ain't that bad.
I was dragging, screaming to get him to go to the doctors.
It's only a flesh wound. Says he who sits here at times sewing himself back together. Yes. No, I don't need to go to the hospital. It's all right, love. Don't worry about it. It's stopped squirting now. I'm all right.
Yeah, and now you're walking all wonky because one of your kidneys is gone. And you're heavier on that side and you're walking around in a circle.
Do you notice that? I always sleep on the same side now. Yeah. Parathyroid. It's like, I tried a new thing for me yesterday. Yeah, a new thing for Mickey. I was in the supermarket and I looked down and I went, what's this? A ribeye pork steak. I've never seen a ribeye pork steak before. I've had a ribeye beef steak. I really like a ribeye beef steak. A ribeye pork steak.
It looked very nice, actually.
So I got a ribeye pork steak. I can recommend that to any of you.
That was in the Morrisons.
Yeah, I can recommend that to any of you that like a ribeye steak. It's got just that right amount of fat and flavour in it. Absolutely gorgeous.
We got a whopping great. We actually spoke about this when we got our big Dexter box from Farmer P. What we should have done was cut the joints up before we put them in the freezer, because we got this long rib. It's about like that, and there's only two of us. And that's gonna be.
That's good. I think what I'm going to do is defrost that, cut that into 2 tomahawks, and we'll have a tomahawk.
I'm only a quarter one then.
I'll help you. That's not a problem.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Nice. Do like a bit.
You never go wrong with slow cooking things.
No. A good joint, slow cooked, absolutely to die for. Good meal. In actual fact, today we had a bargain chicken between us, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah. Had a bargain chicken. Yeah, pork holds its prices, and let's face it, pork's good, healthy meat. Anyhow, it's one of the leaner meats. Depending which bit
should
you're
be getting.
eating.
So we got the beef, but some point this month should be getting half a lamb. So got a choice.
You can't use the flashbang thing. It has to be stealthy. Yeah. I'm probably going to have to get my nurse's outfit out. Caroline put the makeup on me, buy a wig on the way down there.
What are you going to do?
It'll be like something from one of the Carry On Doctor films. I shall come in as Nurse Gladys Emmanuel.
With his hair sticking through his tights.
No, I won't be any hair poking through my tights at the moment. I'm freshly shaved.
Stroke.
Yeah, definitely. Pop some smoke.
Yes.
In through the door. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about you, the rest of the country, but we've had it quite dry here today, haven't we?
Yeah. The weather's sort of settling down a little bit at the minute. I don't know what it's going to do for the rest of the week. I think it's supposed to be fairly settled, isn't it? I think we've got an area of high pressure, so
which is quite good because I've now got another one of my scooters that goes in the car boot. We went to a funeral on Thursday, and we got back and it was flashing like it needed charging, and we went to charged it, and then it won't move.
Dead.
So I've got another one now, which is even a little bit better than that one. But I've had to cover the other one up because the gentleman I got the first one from, he's able to do a fixed thing where he goes, it costs £50 and he'll go through it and see what it needs to get it fixed. And what I'll probably do is get it fixed and
take it easy, Ray. Have a good week, brother. I loved your video today.
Enjoy New Forest.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That was a great walk around the New Forest. Absolutely brilliant. Any of you want to know what the New Forest is about and have a good look around New Forest, Roman Ray put a cracking video today. Absolutely beautiful walk through the forest. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. It's a stunning place. Absolutely stunning.
I like to go down to Burley, which is the sort of witchy village, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's one particular place there that does mead and wine, and they do a fantastic. They do 4 different oak wines through the year. So you got the spring, summer, autumn, winter. So yeah, I do like that.
Yeah. So
no, we don't have a shipping forecast. It's wet, and wet.
I shall look it up. Yeah, Dover white. Okay, I can't do it off pat now because I'm using the computer.
Yes.
I shall.
Yeah, it's got a new computer with a new screen.
Yeah.
So we've got bigger. I don't like. I'm sort of sideways on, and I because it's there.
Yeah.
It's right. Leave it. It's one now, but. Yeah, Bill said you just scared you just scared the life out of him.
Yeah.
Bill said you at the thought of you in a nurse uniform.
I'm trying to think where I got that nurse Gladys Emmanuel from.
What's worrying me, Bill, is I don't know nothing about this flipping nurse's outfit. So yeah.
Oh well, there's some secrets you have to keep. You know, it's like it's the event that somebody shouts "naked bar." You know, there's some things that are kept in certain houses. So Caroline got me a couple of items today or this week.
Yes.
So for me to try out.
Yeah.
So she got
open all hours. Yes.
That's of course it is open all hours. So she got me a set of carving knives.
Yeah, they're actually a lovely set. They're from Temu.
They're not bad.
Yeah.
I've got to play with the edges a little bit.
Obviously, use your spoon for your spoon make. Or...
They're all right. They're reasonably hard metal. But the actual finish on the edging is not the best. They've put pretty much a quick machine finish grind on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reprofile those and I'll have a play with those.
Jason, they're almost the same as his Beavercraft set.
Yeah, it is. It's very similar to the Beavercraft set, but it is a lot cheaper, a hell of a lot cheaper. But again, it just needs a little bit of work. And again, it's the whole thing, doesn't it?
I don't know if any of you have Lee Roberts on your list, but he's been making these hiking sticks, and he put some videos up today, and they are absolutely stunning. He's got what he's done. Each one is a theme.
Is that on YouTube? Is it?
I think it might be. It might be on the book, but like one's badgers, and what he does, he's not only painted the badger head on that himself, but he's also painted what you expect to find from the paw prints and tracks.
Okay. So.
And you go down the stick, each of them have That there's also birds. I think there's one with wild boar on.
Well, if it's anything to go by, here's an example of Lee Roberts' work. He made me a bull roarer and sent it out to me. Right? And that's that side of the bull roarer, which is absolutely stunning. But on the back of the bull roarer, is scale. He's got the fox prints.
So what do you expect to see to tell that it's a fox trail?
Yeah. He is a real, genuine, 100% country guy. And his craft work is absolutely stunning.
I've got a spatula, and my one has got pigeon, and it's got pigeon tracks on it. It's amazing. But yeah, he's done quite a few now, and like you said, he does soon. He ends up giving away his grandson. I think he's 4 or 5. He made him a little hiking stick just for him, his height, and decorated it. It's amazing. Thank you, Sticks. But yeah, he's done so many of these. He's been drying these sticks for a while.
He's a guy that comes to my camps, and I've followed him for a long time. And he is, when it comes to bushcraft, and I think
that's great. Yeah,
Sticks will bear me out on this. He is literally a guru. The guy comes along, sits there flint napping, carving. His tracking skills are just amazing.
And the stone walls he does.
He is a 100% living, walking, breathing countryman. He is the essence of the countryside. Really can't rate him highly enough. He's one of the few guys I think I would sit, listen, and learn from. Because again, he shares his skills. He's got time. He's got patience. It's not about him. It's about the craft. And I really like that and appreciate it from him. In fact, looking forward to having him at the camp again this year.
Just to say, yes, the moon is moving up there. It's another Timu thing. It's a projector from your ceiling. And that is, you got the moon and stars, and you got Saturn, and there's some meteors and that, and it slowly moves around. It's really clear this side.
Takes up the whole ceiling.
Yeah,
it's literally.
Yeah, see how.
We got it for Kaz because she has difficulty sleeping, so at night. That's sitting up. Oh, just. Oh, now you've done it, Mick. Now you've done it.
Got us on the wonk.
There we go. There we go. It gives us something to sit and watch. You know,
we got Saturn on Saturn ring, and its rings are going across the board.
I find it quite therapeutic and relaxing in the evenings as well.
Yeah, Lee taught it to slow down, and he also. He got Ray doing the
bow drill first time. Yeah,
God, you got us wonky. There you go. Yeah, but Saturn's still going around. Look.
Yeah, he's an absolute diamond of a geezer. Absolute diamond. I prepared loads of notes for this evening, and I've not used any of them. I sat there. I was like. Well, yeah, should we get in a bit of prepping? Should we get in a bit of survival? What should we do? How are we doing on time? What's the time now? 21:29. We've got 30 minutes left. So let's get into a bit of prepping and survival. So come to this time of the year, as the seasons change, and the book, a lot of people keep getting hold of me and saying, "Oh, how's the book coming along, Mick? How's the book coming along?" It's coming along slowly. I'm going to need an editor because I find it difficult to put things in the right order and perspective. But it's that time of the year where I change my formats. So I the preps I have in the house and the car for the winter obviously change in the spring for the spring. Then it will change again in the summer, the autumn, and back to the winter. It doesn't mean that the winter kit's not here. It just means that I, like a lot of us, I don't want all my winter kit out in the summer when I'm not going to use it for 6 months. So clean it and put it away. I have a bit of a shift round. But I stick to simple methodologies, okay? He says simple methodologies. What did I do with that? I made notes. Make some notes for yourself, Nick, so that you got it there for your use. And I've gone here we go. Checklists. So this is my spring checklist, and again, a lot of items on here are doubled up or the same as the winter and summer, but some change. So my prepper checklist, and I do two. I do an urban, I do a rural. So basically my rural one is pretty much like my car one, or like when I'm going away. So we'll start with the car one. Okay. So start with the urban one. So in the house at the moment, 1 gallon of water per person per day for a minimum of 3 days. Okay. I normally go quite a bit above that, but it's a minimum of 3 days. I store those in a combination of jerry cans and stackable water containers, and they are proper water containers. Okay. You've got to make sure you've got the right stuff. If not, if you're storing it, if you're storing in containers, i.e. something you're adapting, make sure it's cleaned properly, and maybe drop a Puree tab in it to start off with. Tastes foul, but it's safe. Okay. Food, non-perishable items like canned goods, protein bars, dried nuts. Right. Focus on high-calorie foods and space-efficient options. Well, as you can see up there, we've just taken
just above my head, which is there.
Just got our dehydrator in. So this week we will start doing a bit of dehydrating. So yeah, storing stuff away. First aid kits, go through your first aid kit, make sure everything is still there, it's still in good order, everything is sealed that needs to be sealed, but include extra antiseptic wipes, right? Adapt pain relievers to the season, okay? And check personal medications, dates and times. Okay, so basically that's just taking my standard kit, have a quick whiz through it and make sure it's okay, and adding things to do with stings, okay? The plants are starting to come through, the insects are starting to come through, it's adding bits to help deal with that. Shelter and emergency blanket can now go for lighter options. Okay, so again, I'll keep the wool blanket in the car because it's got so many uses, it's ridiculous, but I don't need the sleeping bag in the car. Same thing in here, the heavy sleeping bags can now go away, the lighter gear comes out. Lighting, flashlights, headlamp checks, glow sticks, and check batteries. Well, picked up 40 batteries this week from Amazon.
And we've got 30 of the AAAs and 40 of the AAAs, haven't we?
So that's us stocked back up again for the next 6 months. Okay, at the end of 6 months, open up a pack, do a quick check, see how they're operating. And when I say do a quick check, don't just put it in, switch it on, switch it off. Switch it on, leave it for 10 minutes and see how quickly it starts to dim down. If after 10 minutes it hasn't dimmed down, it's fine. Carry on for another 6 months. Yeah. Communications. All right. So, yeah, it's the same thing there. It's check the comm systems. So, for us, it tends to be the mobile phones. I carry 2 mobile phones on an average day. I've got my personal one and my work one. So, it's check them, make sure they're
I've got a little solar pack for mine.
Check my battery backups, make sure they're all okay, they're in good order, that they're holding full charge and that they're topped up, because some of them haven't seen the daylight in 3-4 months.
Also check your little lighters. that you haven't got run low on. Or if you have, refuel them, or if you get new ones.
Check your cables and all your connections. So again,
yes, you did. That was John. Rolo, he gave you that one.
Yeah. Any leads and that you've got for chargers, battery packs, power banks, and things like that. Check the condition of them. Make sure they're in good order. Always make sure you've got a couple of spare ones in the glove box dotted about.
Yeah, Jason said check your external antenna and check down the side of your car because of the snow and salt.
Exactly that. Give it a good wash. Time to get the motor out and give it a damn good hosing off underneath. Navigation, yeah, that's pretty much standard. Doesn't matter, that goes through the year. But check your compasses as well. Make sure your compass is still showing true north. I check my compasses before every operation or every mission. Every time I'm going to go out and use it, I do a quick visual out here. I've got north marked in my gardens, and whilst I'm setting things up, like that, it's still on. Yeah, compasses can deviate and vary. Go through toolkit. Yeah, done that.
Yeah, I've just bought myself a little folding saw for my little ouch pouch.
Topped up my duct tape. Restock hand sanitizer. Old hand sanitizer's now gone in the trash. Wet wipes, toilet paper. Always have a roll of toilet paper in the motor. You don't know how important that can be. And make sure you've got spare trash bags. Go through your cash stash. Okay, so we all got cash stashes. Make sure everything's still in date. It's funny how notes and that can suddenly, oh yes, the old £10 notes no longer have got value. I wonder how many people, how many preppers out there have suddenly realised and gone to their stash or their cash stash, opened up that shoe box, taken out £1.5 grand that's all in £20 notes with Queen Elizabeth's head on it, and gone, oh, bugger.
Gary's put question. If folks have limited budget, possibly a financial saving using winter sleeping bags, etc., even bulky and heavier.
Yeah. If you need it, use it. If it's all you've got, use it. Obviously, I mean, it's just
we use blankets on the bed rather than have the heat. We got the radiators turned off in our room, don't we? Yeah. Because we got blankets on the bed. We prefer the comfort, and Willow just gets in between us anyway. So he's
Check all your copies of important IDs, insurance cards, medical information, driving licenses. Make sure everything's in date and it's in place. If you carry self-defense items, because again, this channel goes out around the world. So if you check your self-defense items, your ammunition, go through it, make sure it's clean, it's operational, it's ready to go. Make sure that the tool that you use it in is clean, serviceable, ready to go. If it's things like pepper sprays, bear defense sprays, things like that, make sure they're in date, make sure they're operable, make sure that they're still charged. Same thing in the motor with your fire extinguisher and that. Quick visual check.
Jason said about checking your winter air and summer air in your tyres.
Yeah. Check. So, where we going? And so when we come down to car, emergency kit,
definitely not go out with a cheap maggot. It's not worth it.
Adapt your emergency kit to the seasons. Bear in mind you can still get freak weather, so I'm still keeping the snow shovel in the boot of the car. Still keep the snow socks in the
hand back warmers. You top them up from the other day when you used some in your sleeping bag, didn't you?
Food and water in the car. I did a little video the other day explaining to people how to store the water in the car. First aid kits, jumper cables, make sure they're in good order, make sure the clips haven't come off. Flashlight in the car, go through it, make sure it works. Okay, take the batteries out, reverse them, make sure that it's all good order, ready to go. If you're going to, and again, don't wait till the emergency. I know it's a faff. I know it's a bit of a balls ache sitting there going, I'm going to drive through the night. What I'm going to do is stop, I'll have a coffee, sort myself out here in the services. Oh, whilst I'm about it, let's take the batteries out, turn the batteries around the right way so the torch is ready to go tonight. Quick on, quick off. Yeah, that's all good. Put it in the pocket. It's easy to get to. Right. it's a lot easier to do that than suddenly find yourself in a situation where either you or somebody else has lost control. There's pandemonium on the road. You're trying to jump out the car, go to aid or go to safety, and you go, oh, fuck, I've got to do the batteries on the torch. And again, in the morning at some time you pull in, you'll get a coffee somewhere, reverse those batteries. It's just a routine. But in so doing, you know that you're not going to run that battery out accidentally, because we've all done it. We've all stuck a torch into a pocket, into a bag, into a glove box and that. And the next time you go to use it, you go, how's that battery flat?
As Kittens has said, remember, the season up there is about 4 weeks ahead.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's nothing wrong with checking all you've got this. Make sure you've got your plasters and everything else. And if you have been out and you've used things, check it and fill it back up again.
Make sure your spare tire's good. And if you're the sort of person that carries road flares and other bits and pieces like that, again, check their condition. And that is essential. Flares. I talk about this because this is something that's starting to come to light quite a bit. I use flares. I use electrical flares, okay, i.e. strobing lights, but I also use igniting flares. Now,
I've got the battery ones myself because I've got the old set.
Self-igniting flares, it's a flare, you tear top off, strike it, it's ready to go. Some of them you pull a cord, it's ready to go, it ignites, you put it down. Okay, great for fire lighting, fantastic for signalling, okay, great in an emergency distress. But please bear in mind, these things deteriorate with time. Some of them can become quite unstable. If you suddenly go to your road flare setup and you look at it and you go, blimey, that's 10 years out of date, it's time to dispose of it safely and responsibly. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean just chuck it over your shoulder. That means, for me, it normally means burn it off. So what I'll do, safe environment, somewhere that's not going to cause any problems, fire it off, let it burn itself off. If it doesn't ignite, okay, then it's soak it in a bucket and dispose of it that way. And then by soaking it in water, I mean soak it to the cardboard casing that's broken down completely. All the constituents are in the bottom of the bucket. You can tip it away. Don't chuck it on the bonfire. I have seen flares chase people. Okay, it seems logical. Let's get rid of this flare. Let's just chuck it on the bonfire and it'll burn off. It's not really a problem. Those things can end up propelling themselves many feet.
Someone saying about the flares are they 6 and 14 in UK. Not if they're the maritime ones.
Not you can have the maritime ones. I use them mainly for me, not so much in the vehicle, but for signalling. Signalling flares are legal in the UK. Can't take it to a football match, but you can buy them, you can carry them, you can use them as part of your emergency kit as a signalling flare. Okay, if push came to shove, okay, one of the options you do have, if you can't get to a chandler's or a maritime supply shop, one of the options you do have, and I believe you can still get these on Amazon, I believe. I get mine from the bug out. But the ultimate matches, okay, they work just as well as a flare. You don't have as long a burn time on it, but if it's a case of you're signaling to a helicopter rescue team or something like that, there's 3 of them in there, you're going to get about a minute's burn out of each one, and that's going to be enough to signal. So
we used to get our flares from the old Sudbury sort outs when they used to have the Land Rover spares things, didn't we?
So that lives in, that's my emergency signalling kit. So in that, I've also got a couple of smoke signals. And again, this isn't, I have one of these in the car, and I have one of these if I'm going up on the hills. If I'm really going out into the boonies, I go in there.
These hand warmers at the moment they're doing is a box of 80.
Yeah. And these are 11 hour. I would say to 10 hour. But you know, I've got 6 or 7 packs. I've got 12 of them there in there. Why? It's a heat source. Okay. That is literally bright orange. Damn, I need to warm a casualty. I need to signal. I need to let people know where I am. And I'm going to use that for distance signalling, i.e. if I can see the rescue team, the search team is over there and I've got a clear line of sight to them, I will fire off a smoke or a flare, and I'm going to be blowing my whistle 3 times and I'm repeating that. That is get their attention. They might be a mile or 2 away, but they're going to see that and they're going to hopefully hear it and go, that's our man.
Could you heat with them? Walk said.
I wouldn't use. I wouldn't say they could heat food. Those heat packs. I mean, they're a hand warmer, really. They get to a good
at some point, yeah. If you did put a bag on it, eventually, I suppose it would heat them up. Yeah, because they get. Sometimes you can't get them, so you can't even put your.
It's not going to make it hot.
No,
you could warm it.
So it'd
probably
be
make it better than it was.
Yeah.
You could probably come. I mean, it's an old trick, but you used to do it with the MREs. You know, inside your kit with an MRE, if you're in really cold conditions, you stick that inside your kit or inside your clothing and allow your body just to warm it up a little bit. The difference between the ambient temperature outside and putting that food in your mouth made a difference. It wasn't hot, but it was warmer than it would have been. If you stuck a couple of those packs inside your clothing as well up against that, yeah, I suppose you could make it warm.
If you had one of those, if you wrapped it up inside one of your foil blankets as well, that might. Yeah.
I mean, I use the self-heating bags anyhow. That's one of my go-tos in the vehicle, and if as backups, I quite often take other things with me to eat, as we all would. But I've always got those sort of things as backups because they're good long-term. They are easy to heat. There's no naked flame, especially in the vehicle. If I've got overnight in the vehicle, I don't necessarily want to get out, open the doors, let all the heat out. I can use one of those self-heating bags, heat an MRE, take the bag, drop it into my lap, keep myself warm with that, or stick it down by my feet and enjoy a good hot meal.
There was we got an email today from Base Camp Foods, and they're actually doing a reindeer casserole as one of their packs, but they're $13.99. But you got to try it, and if it's
there's going to be a video coming up very, very shortly, next couple of weeks, because so many people have asked me what would you do, and I missed the opportunity. I didn't even think about it at the time. When you're in a situation, you don't think about filming really as much as you should. When I was coming back from Scotland and I caught in that snowstorm, what I should have done was actually thought about it, gone, this would be a bloody good video, and overnighted in the car. Didn't think about that. What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to go out and do an overnight, a bit of a stealth camp in the vehicle, and actually go through the kit I've got in the car and how I'd use it, the self-heating bags, the heat packs, and actually make a video about actually how I apply these things to myself. And how I would use them.
You could eat them cold, but
right. So there's an equation there for you, Gary, to think about. Okay, so what your body needs fuel. One of the things you have to remember, one of the ways your body generates heat, or the main way your body generates heat, is from your digestive system. Your digestive system, all the time it's churning over, is chucking out heat into your body. Now, in Arctic warfare, they now teach in Arctic survival and warfare, eat every 15 minutes. Okay, eat every 15 minutes. It sounds crazy. What they're talking about is a small handful of nuts and dried fruit every 15 minutes. It keeps the body churning over. It keeps that digestive system functioning, keeps it generating heat, keeps the energy levels up, which is essential. Where the equation comes in is if you can eat hot, obviously, because that's again going to help you, and generating the heat to warm the food is going to help you. It's going to help your hands, it's going to help your extremities and that. But if you're going to eat cold, you've got to try and warm it somewhere. You've got to get it above that ambient temperature. If you're putting stuff into your mouth that's going to drop your core temperature,
how you doing?
Then it's going to be an issue. So the knack is get your MRE into your clothing, and even if you can only raise it a few degrees or have it literally what you would call lukewarm,
take the chill off it.
Body heat, take that chill off of it. That's going to help you. If you really were in a dire situation and you're already going down with hypothermia, that's you've got to avoid cooling that body any faster. It's okay. So you're going to avoid cold food. In a normal situation, a normal day-to-day hike and camp, MREs are designed to be eaten hot or cold. Okay. I get the food into me because it's going to fuel me, because it'll get that digestive system going. But I have to look at what the conditions are. I have to think to myself, am I in a semi-hypothermic state, in which case I'm not putting anything that's going to drop my internal body temperature any further. That's not going to go into me. I'm going to avoid that. I'm going to struggle with the hunger and keep going.
If you put it in your jacket or in your clothing for a length of time, then it will.
I mean, even if you're not moving, tuck it into your clothing up under your armpit, get your arm down on it, right? Leave it there for half an hour. It's going to warm it. It's going to give it some level of warmth better than what it would be out in the ambient air. And anybody that's ever eaten an MRE at -5 that's been left on the floor for 20 minutes knows that frozen stew is not the most palatable thing in the world.
No.
Lamb stew and dumps that's turning to ice is not fun. Yeah, I mean, years ago, that was a school of thought years ago. Unheated food, you ate what you could. It was about putting calories in. There's more thought. There's better understanding of hypothermia and how the body functions now. And so in a lot of these cases, if you're a soldier and you're operational, you're going to be eating cold. Yeah, okay, you're just going to be putting the fuel in. You're going to have the other kit and equipment with you to help keep that body warm. What I'm thinking about now is, as a civilian, as a survivor, as somebody who could find himself in that situation, I could be hiking up on a mountain or something like that. I'm not tactical. Okay, I don't need to be tactical. So my priority is going to be keeping me functioning. Mate, elements are a pain in the arse. It's like I'm always getting people saying to me, "Oh, you and MREs, right?"
Hi, Livy Lavoo.
We go out on a camp, we do things, and more often than not, we're actually preparing proper meals. Okay, we might be using Dutch ovens.
He was in earlier.
Stew, might be doing bread. We might, whatever we're going to make bannocks and all the rest of it. But here's my box of delights over there. We'll have one off the top.
Hello, Willow. Hey, Willow.
Oh, it's the other side, isn't it?
I don't know, love. I don't know where you put your stuff now.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm grabbing.
Hello, Willow. Hello. Hello.
Right.
Hello.
I always walk. I always, on my ventures, whether it's in the vehicle or on foot, always have a fallback. Always. You never know when something's going to occur and you are going to find yourself stuck. Okay? It may be that you've got back to the car. It's all gone tits up. The car's broken down. You're going to wait for the RAC. You know how reliable they are in the UK. That's going to be half a day or even half a night. Or you could be up in the hills, you have an injury, conditions change, you suddenly think, I've got to hunker down. This is going to be unsafe to keep going. So I always have a fallback. The problem with fullbacks equal weight. But I always sit there and go, I'd rather carry the weight and have a bit of comfort than not have the comfort and struggle and risk hypothermia and other conditions. So the two things, if you're a civilian, okay, you've got no army surplus near you, and army surplus is getting expensive now. Get into go outdoors or millets. Grab yourself a couple of those. I think 2 of those at the moment is about £6, right? But they will last for years. Okay?
Yeah, they've gone up. They're $4.99, but it's buy one get one half price at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have a couple of those with me. Or the MOD, MREs. The other thing is get hold of companies like the Bug Out and get yourself some of these. And these are the self-heating bags. Okay, these were an American invention for their ration packs. And basically that slips inside that.
Nice, Ivan.
You put any water you can get. It can even be ditch water because it's not coming into contact with your food, up to there. You roll the top up and then you're patient for 10 minutes. Okay, that water turns to steam, it cooks that, you've got a hot meal. But it's about patience. You have to wait for these things. Sometimes they take 15 minutes to get up to temperature because the ambient temperature around them will affect them, or the water quality, whether it's hard or soft, affects how quickly
and
these
some
work.
people don't put enough water in them, and then they wonder why they don't work.
All that is in there is lime. It's quicklime. Okay, so it generates a massive amount of heat. Now the other bonus is I've now taken my hot meal out of that. This will stay hot for ages. Quite often, if all the water's evaporated off, just put a little drop, about half the amount again in, and it will regenerate that pack. You can roll it up. You're going to have to wrap it in a cloth or something, put it into your clothing, tuck it down into your groin, put it down with your feet, wherever's the coldest, but use that as a heat source. And that they tend to stay hot for at least an hour. So one of the bonuses for me, because I struggle with white finger and I get really cold hands, I can warm my hands whilst I'm doing my meal. I can sometimes I'll literally sit there and hold the pack whilst it's heating. My hands are now good. Get the meal out, and like I say, tuck that away and warm yourself up. And if push comes to shove, having a couple of these in the car it's a more powerful heat source than the hand warmers by about 50%. So again, if you were really, really bitterly cold and that was your big concern, a little drop of water into one of these, and I've even known guys use urine to get one of these going. It will work.
Yeah, walk, cook, walk. The Summit and these Wayfaring meals, when they're full price, they are expensive. They are very good. I mean, the reindeer one I was on about was $13.99. But again, they're hearty meal.
The way I look at it, mate, is I don't buy many of them. They are there as a backup. Okay, they are there purely as a fallback. I look at them as exactly the same as I would as a first aid kit. Those are in the vehicle or in my pack for when it goes absolutely wrong, because I know they will get me through the situation. Okay, they're not. I wouldn't suggest, and I really wouldn't suggest eating these as a regular daily allowance, because it was like that 2,700 calories. You start eating a couple of those a day, they will bloat you out.
They do some nice curry ones, don't they?
Yeah. Chicken tikka and rice is absolutely to die for.
Yeah.
There's a
bolognese one.
Yeah, bolognese one. There's a beef and barley stew. Now, I will say this: a lot of people have tried it and said they didn't like it because it wasn't like a stew. It's not. It's like a Russian stew. It is a pearl barley and beef combination, bit more like a biryani in texture. Okay, but I tell you what, calorific wise, absolutely superb. Really good long energy. Real good sort of, and that's what these are. They're not. I keep watching people doing videos on them just like, and they go, "Oh, I wouldn't want to eat this every day. I think it's disgusting." Well, that's not what they are. They're based on a military.
But another thing is, when you think about it, you say that was £6, or you say like the other one was Summit was £8. When you go into a services and buy a burger, how much you pay for a burger and chips
or a sandwich?
Yeah. And
it's a great fallback system. These based on military MREs. The idea is this is to be used by hikers, climbers, mountaineers, people in rescue situations or high stress situations that are burning a lot of fuel, and they're not really so much interested in whether or not it's the latest Michelin recipe. They're more interested in, is it good hot food that is going to get the body functioning?
The Kiwi, the MREs, we stopped doing that because to buy non-English or American MREs now, they're 50 quid. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but 50 quid a go, even if we did it once a month, it's too much.
Yeah.
And some are more than £50, and it's just.
We're always looking for them.
Yeah.
If we can see one cheap enough for me to review, we will. But it's
at that price,
through the roof.
No, it's.
Various conflicts around the world have pushed the value of these things
and people
up
are buying them all up. It's
yeah.
another thing, isn't it?
Well, it's a lot of it. A lot of the British stuff is actually, rather than it being disposed of through the normal means, is actually being donated to Ukraine and other places and aid agencies and that now. The MOD is getting a bit twitchy about profiteering. So what they tend to do now is it gets packed up, shipped up, and it will go to a relief, an aid, or something like that, and then it gets shipped out that way, so they can turn around and go, "Oh, hands clear, we're not making, or people aren't making profit on it." So that's pushed the prices up and made them a bit harder and rarer to get.
I like the MOD hot chocolate. Well, I used to get. I think I got a box of 100. Hot chocolate drinks. Me and Jason split it. It was £40 for 100. We had, 50 each. That was good. But now it's I think it's £20 for 5.
Yeah, it's
and
getting ridiculous. So yeah, and to be honest with you, the ones you can buy in places like Millic's, the hiking shops, the camping shops, they're just as good. They're in actual fact, a lot of them are made in exactly the same factory by exactly the same companies. They're just branded differently.
I think Summit do one that I love, and that's it's apple and custard, and apple crunch and custard. That is, yeah.
Well, as you see from me, walk, cook, walk. Since I left the military, I don't iron nothing.
Nope.
All right, I don't iron. I refused to. I did years and years of creases, pressed, and everything, spotty dog. And when I got out, I went, "Do I have to?"
You don't have to now, because we got a tumble dryer. It's got a setting on it, and it's anti-crease.
Yeah.
So
I don't.
No.
I mean, these are another good bargain buy for you. These cotton shirts. Kaz got me these cotton shirts. They are heavy cotton shirts.
These are from Amazon Haul. Haul is Amazon's version of like Temu and that.
They are really heavy cotton. Obviously, in the winter months, as a survival shirt, no. Okay, cotton kills in the cold. Simple as that. 3 C's. Oh, 3 C's. Cotton kills in the cold. No, cotton chills in the cold. This is the way
so they come in this khaki,
but for the summer,
a sand rather grey, and like a lovely sort of navy blue.
Yeah, Kiwi, I feel for you, mate. Just don't tramline anything.
Some of the kids will be old enough to do. My mum used to make us do it when we were younger.
Oh.
Do the ironing, but my sister does it. She even does pillowcases. No. And underwear. No.
No, underwear and pillowcases. I don't get it.
I just get it out, put it on an anti thing, fold it, and it's fine.
I mean, basically for 5 years, I was told I had to have a crease and a woolly pulley down the sleeves. That's hell. Okay. How are we doing? All right, well, that's 2 hours.
Yeah.
In fact,
it's flying past.
Yeah.
Night, Bill. Hope you have a good week.
Bill, have a great one. Right, so we're going to wind it up there. That's our 2 hours. It's been fantastic chatting to you.
And Willow's driving me nuts under there.
Thank you for yet another glorious Sunday evening. I hope everybody's well. Stealth, keep chatting to Kaz. Just so I know you're good. And like I say, let me know if there's anything you need or you want. Just drop us the note and it will be there, mate. With the exception of Norwegian blondes with no morals.
Ben, I've answered your email about your hat and that. It's
but it's
Mike. I hope you have a good week as well.
take it easy, mate. Have a good night. Walk, cook, walk. Thanks, mate. Have a great one. And
enjoy
keep doing what you're doing.
Enjoy your pork, Jason.
Jason, enjoy your pork. And then, I'm quite envious.
Yay! Stealthy's had had loads of interruptions, but managed to stay on.
Hey! That's because he's the man.
Yeah.
It's I suppose we've done it later in the evening. You could have had everybody in the ward round it. We could start singing.
You should have told us. You could have sent us a text, and I would go, "Excuse me, nurse, can you go away?" And that would freak the hell out of her.
Stand down, woman.
Stop manhandling him.
We did see the Jason fried chicken, and bloody hell was I envious. That looked good. That looked good. If there's a skill to teach your son, it's how to fry chicken in the woods.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not chicken out of the wood, as in the fungi.
Yeah. Right, everybody have an absolutely glorious week, won't you? Sticks, thank you for your support tonight. Really appreciate it. And to you, Ketten. Gary, have a great week, brother. Enjoy yourself. John, hope everything's good out there in the States. Hope everything's peaceful for you, mate. I am sorry to hear the news this evening. Apparently, there's a couple of servicemen you've lost, and that is sad news. My love and respect to their families, and a sad time.
Yeah.
But other than that, have an awesome one, guys. Oh, right. Where am I going to do for that?
I'm going to get it all next week. How you got on with the Scouts?
Yes, I shall let you know next Sunday. I'll be back from the Scouts. I will either look
and if
damaged.
You go, dip.
I'll either look damaged, broken, or I will have a good.
I'll have to take his place.
Every time I have the Scouts, they say to me, "One year you're going to get that group, and when you do, you'll know about it." And I'm like, yeah, okay. It's going to happen sooner or later. Benny, have an awesome week, brother. Look after yourself. Say hi to the family for me. What else? That's it. I'm going to wind it up there, guys. I'm going to go and get ourselves what do you fancy?
I fancy cheese and toast.
I'm going to make Kaz's cheese on toast. I can't have... Oh, I can.
You can, because you've got some gluten-free bread.
I'm going to have a cheese toasty. And a cheese toasty in weeks. Right, take care. Get outdoors. Have an adventure. Okay? Do something you enjoy. Get some fresh air. Just be loved. Know you're loved. Yeah. Right? And so, love those you do. Forgive those you don't. May peace and light be upon you all. Till next time.
Brown sauce with cheese on toast. Oh.
Cheers, mate.
And then...
I'm dribbling already. I'm like...
brown sauce.
Brown sauce.
That could be HP.
Oh, doesn't it? All right. Have a great one, guys. This is Mickey. Till next time. Mickey out.
Oh, look, that's the old girl. Look.